It is one of the largest judgments ever in a civil suit over a sexual assault. More than $21 million has been awarded to a Collin County woman. She was a teenager, given alcohol by men twice her age, and raped by one after what started as a job interview. Fox 4's Sean Rabb has more now on that record judgment.
The judge said this is the most egregious set of facts that he's ever seen.
State Senator Royce West, co-counsel with the Gruber-Hurst law firm in the case that brought a $21.4 million judgment against this man, Danny Deary, owner of popular Pastasio's Pizza in Addison.
She was having an interview with another person, and this person who raped her just happened to be along.
The Back Nine Sports Bar is where then 18-year-old Jane Doe was being interviewed. The two men drinking beer and ordered beer for her, but Back Nine staff
asked her for her identification because they were sitting there drinking beer. She couldn't produce identification. They said, well, you can't have a beer.
According to the lawsuit, Deary suggested they go back to Pastasio's, which he owns and which held a beer and wine license.
On the way over, he goes and gets some Crown Royal.
The trio returned to Pastasio's.
And while they're sitting at his place, he gives her beer, gives her Crown Royal, and in fact gave her, frankly, probably about 10 shots of Crown Royal.
Jane Doe now intoxicated to the point of passing out.
And then they, quote unquote, allegedly had to try to figure out what to do with her. As opposed to calling 911, calling her parents, letting her sober up, they decided to take her to a hotel.
When the victim, Jane Doe, awoke, she was here in a hotel room at the Hyatt. Deary on her, sexually assaulting her. He ran from the room.
When she wakes up, exactly, leaving his underwear there. And then he comes back and tries to explain to the police, that he didn't do anything.
Follow-up medical exams showed she had been infected by Deary with herpes.
Deary pled no contest to the sexual assault charge, paid a fine, no jail time.
The reason he, quote unquote, said he decided to accept the plea is because he didn't want to go to the penitentiary.
West says the astounding $21 million plus judgment sends a message to business owners who would engage in wrong behavior.
But not only will there be criminal responsibility if the acts are criminal, but they will be held liable in civil courts just as it will be held liable in criminal courts.
And court documents show the young woman who was valedictorian of her high school also had rohypnol in her bloodstream. Now, calls today to attorneys for Pastasio's Pizza were not returned. The TABC took the restaurant's beer and wine license.
Sean, this is just a horrible story, but a historic judgment. And I guess given how much money is involved here, are there plans to appeal? And will this victim, this young woman, ever get any of that money?
Well, here's what. Deary filed personal bankruptcy. Pastasio's filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy and remains open. And the insurance company saying they don't want to accept responsibility for the conduct of Deary, whom they insured. West says that's next to have their day in court against that insurance company to try and make them pay.
All right, and they'll get it. Sean, thank you.